God, if it's not one thing, it's another with this shit. No, you're digging it. Sometimes you really gotta check your stuff, make sure it's running okay. You know, that's not broke. It came off. It hasn't been checked in a while. Making it hard to be faithful. This right here, that is the extent of what was tied into this. So, I'm gonna run this one here all the way out. And inspect it. Yeah, there's nothing left in there, so God almighty. If this isn't a sign of just go home and drink beer for the rest of the day, I don't know what the hell is. So what happened here is this side here has been tight for a while, but this side right here, if you look at how much grease there is, this side right here hasn't been tightened up for a while. On these 6-way blade machines, I was always told that every 100, 200 hours you want to tighten up this turnbuckle. So what happened is I caught the corner of the blade on a rock, and that last little bit of thread that it was holding on to decided to cut loose. So I am pissed. I can tell you right now, it's kind of bad when the 160 is the only thing on the site that's not breaking down every day. Okay, because this is very much a YouTubeable moment, I'm gonna film what I'm gonna try and do here. Luckily, it doesn't look like the ball joint got hurt. It doesn't look like any of the cylinders got hurt. Looks like they all just kind of went along for the ride. That one there looks like it might be kitty cornered just a little bit, but so this is an adjustment. And a lot of guys, especially younger guys, don't understand that's an adjustment, so that when you're doing a lot of heavy cutting, you can turn the blade all the way back and you're cutting. And then when you're doing a lot of just fine grading, you can roll the blade out kind of like a motor grader. Watch Jay Paydirt and he'll tell you that when you roll your blade all the way back, it's like taking a knife and putting it on its side like this, and you're cutting your material. When you roll your blade up like this, much like this, you're taking that knife and you're standing the edge up. So you're just going to be taking a little bit of cut at a time. I think it's going to be easier to take those pieces off. It's going to be a lot easier to now I can actually go down and do it on the bed of the truck. I'm getting covered in freaking grease and just getting myself more and more pissed. So I think what I'm going to have to do, take this nut, this bolt here off, take that bolt there off, take the ears off, take it down to the pickup, and do that, or bring the pickup up here. But then I can do it on the tailgate, have it put together all in one piece, and then put this back together. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get the truck. You're probably asking, why don't you just call NewTek? We're over an hour away from NewTek. So at this point, I'm on my own. I don't have any confidence that they'd be down here to help me out by the end of the frickin' day. Now let's see if we can't get the frickin' pickup stuck trying to get up there to work on that frickin' dozer. Or run it out of fuel, one or the other. Have to go doing some Baja in here to get up in there. Neither one of the cats seem to be able to make it past this point without frickin' completely going to shit. Okay. There I guess that wasn't as bad as what I originally thought. I take back everything I just said. Jesus Christ! Workbench. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna need for tools. I don't think I'm gonna need to get into that. I definitely don't need to take this bag here with me. Ow! Jesus. Need to buy a service truck. You know what? I'm half tempted just to send them a freaking bill. Am I still okay to be pissed? Is it still all right, or do I need to ask for more permission? How hard it's going to be to get these off. Can a crescent wrench do it? Nope. One of the things that pisses me off the most in this too, my goddamn pants keep falling down. No way. Did I get that on the first try? Holy crap. Ha! Freaking nailed her first try. I'll be a whiz nigget. Anyway. Oh god, now I gotta find that other piece. Is it here? Okay, there it is. Is there a place to get a hickory shirt or a pair of decent work pants in this country over here? Anyway, so how the hell does that come off? Do I need to go get the pry bar? Probably. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to beat that one down on there because somebody rounded the frickin' thing off. Might lose my 3/4 in doing it. Lucky, I might be able to get back off there before I take that piece off. Boy, Papagina banana. Oh, is it blowing everybody else's mind how fast I'm taking this thing apart? Almost like I've done it before, huh? Just driving a popcorn fart. That's all the problem was. Oh, yeah. $320 an hour. That's what this is costing me right now. $320 an hour. What could all of you do with $320 an hour? Shit. If I had $320 an hour, I know I could have one hell of a damn good time if I didn't have to pay for all this crap. Luckily, I'm mechanically savvy enough to understand how to make this stuff work. Otherwise, I'd be highly screwed. Now, I'm wondering why it ain't wanting to go back together worth crap. I'm thinking that because of how much this thing's probably been able to flex, I'd be more than willing to bet it's got a screwed up thread in it somewhere. Yeah, right there. The thread is a little mangled. Same with right here. See that right there? The thread is mangled up pretty good. This one right here, the thread's okay. So this tells me this is going to be a little fun to put back together, but not unaccomplishable. I have to get it sitting there the right way. I might. No, I don't have a. You really want to do this with a square file, but I got a soft file here. I hope that wasn't the client trying to get up here. Got a saw file, so I'm gonna do this right here is the freaking railroad kicking in. There's a little heavy duty material for this saw file to be trying to cut its way through, but I am getting somewhere. Got a great big barb right here at the very end of this thread from where it got pulled out of the it got pulled out right there. That's all that was holding on, was just that much of the thread inside this block. That's it. Thread is way too fat. One thing to remember too is sometimes these things are reverse threads. Oh, that one's not happy. I'm not happy at all. If I had the time, I'd get the serial number off of that dozer, and I'd give Western States a call, see about getting a new one of these lengths, or see about going and finding somebody that's got a really big tap and die set, and just cleaning those threads up. That's all it needs, is those threads to be cleaned up just a skosh, and it would be fine. Yeah, the threads inside of this don't feel too terribly hot either. There's part of the problem right there. The threads. This is the end that got pulled. So when this pulled out, when I hit that rock, it pulled the threads out with it. So it really needs to have a really big tap ran down through it and back to get these threads here on the end cleaned up, because the end of this only made it about right there. That's about how much of it was hanging on. And so over time of doing that and vibrating, it took the threads out. The good news is we can get it started. So that's the most important part. Then we'll see what we can do about getting it actually tightened up. Need some kind of a bar to put in there to spin it. And then we're gonna tighten the ever-loving crap out of this thing, ladies and gentlemen. Put some liquid wrench on that. Amazing how much everything likes having a little bit of lube on it. Had an old boy named Rodney. He was my uncle's 8 operator. We were up doing something one day, and I went to put something back together and it didn't have any lube on it. And he goes, "You a virgin?" And I went, "Yeah." "How do you know?" He goes, "You don't understand the importance of lube. That's how I know." I'm gonna do some MacGyvering here. Perfecto. Even better. Okay, so now that's the side that's spinning freely. So we'll take this one. Yeah. Practice what I preach about lube and being clean. There we go. Now we are cooking. Not that hard. Not that hard at all. Okay. Now comes the fun part. before everybody starts freaking out, I wasn't trying to push the blade completely back in with the excavator. What I was trying to do with the bucket of the excavator was just help the blade be guided. How I got it to line up is I used the cylinders. I use my angle cylinder and the angle cylinders this way to get the blade to work back up and in. If you don't have anything right here to hold the blade when you're trying to do that, then what it'll do is it'll keep wanting to try and fall out. So you gotta have this blade up against something. Well, there ain't nothing out here. I'm in a field, so the only thing I had was the excavator. So I was trying to use the excavator to keep pressure right here in the dead center, so I could use the dozer's power to get the blade rocked back up in here where it needs to be. So let me shoot this all up with some grease and pull that turnbuckle in quite a bit more. Wish summer wasn't over. That way I could work till 7, 8 o'clock tonight and salvage some of this. So now, when you're doing it like this, one of the things you can do is when it starts to get a lot of pressure on it, pick the blade up and set it down, pick the blade up and set it down, and it'll actually take the pressure off of it for you. You'll start using the weight of the blade to do what you need to do here. I think I got enough pulled in that it's going to be all right. Back like this thing's gonna cut a lot better. I sucked that in about an inch. Well, an inch up there is a couple inches up back here. That does a lot. So there's gonna be a lot of people out there that are probably gonna be like, well, what the heck? Because this is NewTek's machine. Guys, not very many people know about that little feature there. Not very many people know how to use that little feature. Okay? Not very many people know how to use that feature at all. So, to sit back and try to point the finger at the guys at NewTek, they didn't know about this thing. You know, I know about this thing because I've had to work on these a time or two, and I've had that happen to me before. That's how I know, and it's kind of on me for not really checking that every now and then. So it's no real big deal. It cost some downtime, but I was able to get it fixed myself. I didn't have to go calling anybody. I didn't have to lose more time because, I mean, if I would have jumped to the oh crap bandwagon, you know, I have to drive a half of an hour to find anywhere I got cell phone service. And that would have burned up over an hour trying to freaking get something arranged to get them out here. And they're going to be working their butts off on the stuff that they need to do. So there really wouldn't have been, it wouldn't have happened today. It probably would have happened tomorrow or way later today. I will have lost more time trying to call NewTek to have them come out here and take care of this than just fixing it myself. If you're going to be in this business, you need to know how to work on these machines. Flat out, period. I don't care what anybody says. You need to know how to work on a machine. You need to know how to change oil. You need to know how to diagnose basic problems. You need to know how they work. If you don't know how they work and you have to call a mechanic or you have to, you know, shut down your day every day for simple little things, you'll never be successful. I have people calling me every week saying, hey, you want to go back to work for me? Are you tired of working for yourself? And the reason being is because of this right here. I could have called the owner and said, hey, I just had a breakdown. I'm pretty sure I can figure I got it fixed with what I got in the pickup. You know, I didn't have a wrench big enough to go around this. That's actually how you do it, but I was able to MacGyver. You don't always want to be jerry-rigging stuff together, but in this case, it worked out. So, Okay. I think I'm just going to end the video there and start a different video of us actually pushing dirt. So if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Sorry about all the whining and sniveling and complaining, but at this point it's been a month, 2 months of nothing but working on stuff, and usually I'm working on that thing behind me, not somebody else's iron. So give a big thumbs up and subscribe, because I got a hinting suspicion this crap ain't over yet.